those buildings there. Innovation is building behind us.
And the girls can step on the wing for 2 hours. Oh yes, I see your photo. It's a lot solid frozen. Beating around black and blue. You know, in hindsight, alright, you know. So yeah, they thought, well, they can camber down, and also if they're going straight for a show somewhere else, they can camber up before the show. And it's a certain limit of the pulse rate, doesn't it? High voltage,
In a formation, you'd want to know who your formation leader was. By putting streamers on the struts or streamers on the wingtips, it meant the other pilots in the squadron would know.
Right now, ladies, if we watch this take off, the departure will be fantastic. This beautiful, beautiful, large airliner from the Airbus group, the Airbus A380. Good. Is that impressive? It gets even better. Steep climb, and it gets even better in a moment. How about that?
Basic electronic systems, but make sure it is maintained a safe thing, but you can't also take it away that when it's something like that, that is a lot of down to the skill of the pilot doing it as well, but within the systems of that, the gear went up well, which is good for us, and it's I'm sure he's enjoying throwing it around. Now this is the first L380, isn't it? This is MSN1, this is the first one that was built and rolled out all those years ago. It's hard to imagine they've actually been in service now 6 years.
Indeed, 18th of January, was it 2005?
Your memory is better than mine, but I'll give it for you.
Yeah, just under 4 hours. Your normal test flights are quite a long programme.
At least that's what it is. If it wasn't for you reading your crib sheet, I'd be very impressed with your memory.
It gives it away when you can see that I'm reading it straight off this week. But look at that, inside the boundary of Farnborough.
This huge airliner.
I mean, it's quiet, it's wonderful. It's a huge machine, and yet it's whispering past.
I think it's the bit that you always get is the reaction from passengers inside. It's just how quiet it really is. It is one of the things that's remarkable about it. As I say, there's now about 140 of them out there, something like that, and our Emirates have now just taken delivery of their 50th. They've actually got 50 of these in service. British Airways had their first one delivered last year. I had the pleasure of going to Heathrow to watch them take delivery of their first one.
Indeed, I was there when she arrived.
Yeah, I was, yeah. It was, but it's they're making great use of it, flying all over the place.
Yes, we are, yeah.
Here we are, that's really pulling inside, round the area.
Now, the configurations are really to each customer, isn't it? Because you could do whatever you like. I mean, when you go on to your next frame, if you go on to the Dash 10, you're looking at possibly getting 990 people in high density in there. Now, whether an airline would want that, that's down to them. Whether they want a bigger first class club, it's all completely variable, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this one is 35 to about 850 you can put it if you want economy all the way through, but nobody's yet done that. It's you've got all sorts of things from bars and shops. I mean, say Emirates have got showers on board if that's to fly first class, which sadly my company won't let us go first class, so that they have got showers. But there's bars on board where you've got bars on board to relax and enjoy yourself.
Coming from it's high angle attack, high alpha, slow speed fast, almost underneath the airline, through the jet engine. The power will come on, climb away, downwind right hand to the steep. Turning final, the A400M will shortly roll. When the A380 gets to around about 600 feet, he will get the cue for the 400 to go. Okay, another impressive display to take place. So the 400 the 400 starting his takeoff. Thanks very much. He's popping back tomorrow. One of my colleagues. Now this is the A400M from Airbus Defence. Swiftly get away from ground bar, small arms bar, that sort of thing. As the 380 comes in to land, you go down to that and end plane on the London car there. As you can see, the Rolls-Royce symbol on the engines, Rolls-Royce engines, Trent engines on the 380. Meanwhile, the 400, actually one of the little facts we discovered from Rolls-Royce actually, the Trent 900 engine on the 380 draws in enough air to inflate 72,000 party balloons in 1 second. Wow, that's a lot of air you're going to have to move. Now, this particular aircraft flying in front of us, the third public display at Farnborough. New generation airlifter entered service with the French Air Force last September, already been deployed in operations in Mali and Djibouti. 10 aircraft for Turkish Air Force have also been delivered. Altogether, 174 aircraft have been ordered by 8 nations, Belgium, France, Germany, Luxembourg, by Malaysia, Spain, Turkey and the United Kingdom, meaning that its production for many years to come has been secured. Are produced by 4 intercontinental missions at speeds and altitudes comparable with jet aircraft up to 0.72 Mach, 72% of the speed of sound. It can come up to 40,000 feet. It can then land on shore under their airspace close to the point of need. That's the in-flight refueling probe. We've got to get it out the front so the pilots can see where to put it. But this aircraft can also be used as an in-flight refueling tanker itself. So with its great speed rate, it can refuel fighters, larger transport aircraft, and indeed do in-flight refueling of helicopters as well. Very, very versatile. These test aircraft they use the call sign Grizzly. That's the call sign given to it when it's unveiled at a ceremony here at Farnborough 4 years ago. It wasn't essentially meant to be its official name, but they kept it to the test program. Certainly the ones that we will get arrive for the Royal Air Force will be called the A400M Atlas. Watching the stuff down the back is quite incredible. You carry armoured vehicles such as the M113 or Warrior, big helicopters in, Superpuma, a couple of Apaches, light gunships, up to 160 fully kitted troops could be transported on the sideboard of the removal central boat. How about that? Right. So that's it's an exciting position to stand in between the two seats on that approach. In the medical role. Look at that, smoke on, up in the beginning of the loop, but changing the direction of the loop on the way up to reposition onto the A axis of the runway. So the aerobatic wise, Michael, A axis is left to right, B axis is directly towards us and away from us. And I don't know whether the C axis is 45 degrees at the rest. Okay. Well, thank you for some of that information. Very helpful.
3 or 4
Visibility is great out of these cockpits, not great when you're coming into land if you're in the rear cockpit. So often do curving approaches, as do Spitfires. When you've got a great big bonnet out the front, big engine, often straight approaches are a nightmare because you've got this great lump in front of you, so you do a curving approach all the way in so you can see where you're going. And some of these will probably do that. So this is a very good formation, look at that, really tightly locked in there. Wingmen, of course, the guys working harder. It's a bit like figure skating. The ice skater on the very outside of the turn is working incredibly hard. Person in the middle is just going to win eventually, unless you've got a hugely powerful engine. And eventually you slide back over your own fuselage length. And a good tail slide, you have to slide backwards over 1.5 lengths of the aircraft without falling out of the manoeuvre. Right. Then you get it more complicated in aerobatic competitions, is where there's a tail slide and to recover catapult.
Tail slide, a very specific manoeuvre.
Very much, right. Yes. So we're getting number 6 is doing part of his display. This number 6 with us. Keep a wary eye to the right as the formation comes back in. Pulling into another quarter clover, I believe. Depends very much on what airspace we've got, as I say, for people, but I think they're using the higher altitude. They're changing from the A axis onto the B axis on the way down into the bomb burst. That's very pretty. Now where did number 6 go? Well, here he is, smoke on. going to pull up and roll on the vertical. Check. Speed reducing. There's a flick. Now, of course, Skyliner is actually having to fly faster than the other four because he's using up more air. Yeah. So he's going a further distance. Well, that is very pretty.
Yeah,
That's
he's looking around the smoke cliff.
against this blue sky that the Met Office didn't tell me about. Get round the manoeuvre. Oh. So the 5 are looping, and the flight safety on the north side of £16,400 of static thrust each, about £65,000 in total. No reheat though. We've got 2 howls this afternoon, the famous Falcon howl. You tell your grandchildren, if they're not here today of course, that you've heard the Falcon howl twice in one show. It is an extraordinary and unique sound. So as I was saying, the bombing raid on the Falklands from Ascension Island, the distance was about the same distance. And see, she can be very quiet when she wants to be. This aeroplane was actually the first B-2 version of the Vulcan into RAF service in Bomber Command in 1960. She had first flown that year, so she's 54 this year. Look for the Bombay opening as she comes by. There it is. Huge Bombay. Actually, I don't think she is speeding up. She's remaining quite slow.
all the measuring equipment.
Wow. That's must be Farnborough. This is okay, see on long plane should be full of seats. This side, please, guys. This side.
Sure.
What? Because they we both out to like 25 seats. Business class, isn't it? Business class.
So there's basically a test point.
Yeah. Yeah, only.
This is vast, isn't it? Can't go near the windows and see that.
Voilà, le recrutement, bah là, va falloir des. Non, va falloir leur en parler, toucher deux mots. Ça passe comme ça dans la file. Oh, toi, attends, tu prends un petit peu. Mais là, je vais y en parler.
好啊，到路上能看批发，能看播的咱就看一下，看不了播的就看。批发。那就往那边走。
Go here. Go here, no problem. Don't worry. Thank you.
它基本上是不设那个，它飞那种大仰角，就是飞这个这种飞就不应该飞大仰角，那这种都是它监控摄像机，监控摄像机的。这是第一架生产型嘛，然后首飞也是新，然后各个航展型基本上都是新。啊，对，随便练习。啊，过了。
Under 20 you don't know, do you? Well, I wouldn't have said that much.
Or 20 people like you can good picture. Good picture.
F-WWOW.
focusing on getting fuzzy.
Eurofighter Typhoon. Half the Eurofighter Typhoon having Pacific Mark. From 29th Squadron.
Turning in.